Adam in Bracknell, good evening.
Yeah, hi there. Yeah, I've just got a quick question about, I booked a package holiday and we paid quite a lot extra for a seafront room. And when we got there, although it was seafront, you couldn't see the sea. There was a giant tree in front of the balcony covering everything. So you couldn't see any sea. And when we complained to the package holiday provider, they said seafront does not mean sea view. And they said, we've got no claim and they don't owe us any money. And I'd like to find out where I stand legally on that, because surely seafront means sea view.
Yeah. I mean, seafront view or seafront generally means...
Yeah, it said seafront. They were very clear on that, and that's what they were hiding behind. The word view wasn't in the description, just the word
sea view means you can see the ocean. Seafront generally means it's right on the sea.
Exactly,
facing
so you
out.
could see the sea then.
But if you are right on the front, how would one tree block your view? Or were you not right on the front?
No, we were in a balcony, so we were higher up, and where our balcony was positioned was directly in front of a very large tree, which was as thick as anything. All we could do was touch the branches and the leaves. We couldn't see anything.
Yeah.
It was right in front of our balcony where we could touch it.
Yeah.
And there was no view of anything but a giant tree.
Understood. Okay, so this is misleading advertising. Because seafront doesn't technically mean the same as sea view, but it gives that impression. And if it wasn't a sea view, it should have said so in the blurb for the holiday, which I'm assuming it didn't.
No.
No. Okay. You have a right for some money back for loss of enjoyment, but seriously, how much did you pay for the holiday?
It was several £1,000s. But what happened was that when we complained to the hotel directly, they moved us to a different room, which did have a sea view, but it was a much smaller room. We booked like a deluxe superior with all the trimming.
And you accepted the different view, the different room.
We had to, because we wanted to see the ocean. That was why we'd gone there in the first place. So we ended up in a much smaller room, which when we looked online was hundreds and hundreds of pounds cheaper if we just booked that to begin with.
Really?
We explained all of this to the provider and they didn't care. They were actually laughed at us on the phone, and I found it quite insulting.
This is the travel package company, package operator.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they were basically laughing about it, saying there's no sea view in the contract whatsoever.
Yeah, this reminds me of Fawlty Towers. Have you seen that episode of Fawlty Towers? What do you expect from a torquay bedroom window? Herds of sweeping wildebeest sweeping majestically over the horizon. There's the sea. It's between the land and the sky. You've got a claim here. The value of the claim is the diminution, the reduction in the value of the room that you ended up getting, and that is the difference in the price that you would have paid between the two rooms.
Right, okay.
Did you pay on credit card? Please say yes.
No, we didn't.
No, I don't understand. It's like there's a filter.
It was one of these pay monthly over like 12 months. It was quite a lot of money. So,
but how did you pay? Was it by back standing order, debit card?
It was monthly, just paying online with a debit card each month, chipping away at it.
Well, if it's a debit card, then when did you go on holiday? How long ago?
So that was just really briefly. So this was over 2 years ago, and we've been fighting with them ever since. We ended up complaining to the ombudsman, and they've never replied to us. So we've literally got nothing.
Which ombudsman?
The one that's responsible for travel. I can't remember off the top of my head. Yeah, but they said if you've got a complaint, you can go to these people, and we did.
I'm not aware of
an
ombudsman that's responsible for travel. Are you talking about an arbitrator?
It might have been an independent government-funded thing that they directed us to if you have a complaint, but their complaints procedure basically said, go away, there's nothing to see here. Yeah. We honoured what we said.
So you have a claim for the difference in value. Sorry, did you say it's a few £100s, the difference in value of the rooms?
It's at least 300 or 400 off the top of my head. Yeah.
You can't bring a claim against the under Section 75 of the Consumer Rights Act because you didn't pay by credit card. You can't bring a claim against your bank for a chargeback because more than 120 days have gone since this happened. There's a hard 120-day limit. Your only claim is against the tour operator. I think you have a good claim against the tour operator. Have you used ABTA? Have you written to ABTA?
No, I haven't.
Try them.
That's probably something I should do.
Yeah, absolutely. Try them. But you have a small claim here against the tour operator. They're responsible, not the hotel. And you have a claim, Adam. Whether it's worth pursuing 2 years on for a few £100, I'm not sure. Maybe let it go. But that's your decision.